the Rich Video Blog Network, home to top 10 list of everything and anything. Video blogs about sports, entertainment, professional wrestling, MBTA bus routes, and a whole lot more, and personality profiles. And RVBN, Belica, Massachusetts. Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your second and final video blog of the night for Sunday, September 25th, 2016, around 6:50 in the evening, Belica, Massachusetts. Sun's going down, going to be another cool night. Some frost advisory, so could get down to 34, 35 degrees. Just put some towels on your vegetation and plants. Try to bring them in when there's a hard freeze. The growing season is over. Only 3 more months to Christmas. Let's focus one holiday at a time. The next holiday people should be focusing on Columbus Day. That's just my humble opinion. Some news to report on the RVBN Newswire. Red Sox beat the Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 3-2 in 10 innings. 11 straight wins by the Red Sox. Magic number down to 2 to clinch the AL East. Also, it's Happy National Lobster Day. Hopefully you're having lobsters. Lobsters are big in New England, especially at legal seafood, but that's pricey. Also, Team Europe beat Team Sweden in the World Cup of Hockey semifinals in overtime by the score of 3-2. It's going to be Team Europe versus Team Canada in the finals for the World Cup of Hockey. Best 2 out of 3 starts Tuesday. Canada's a heavy favorite. And there's been rumors going around that the host and moderator of The View on ABC, Whoopi Goldberg, says that this upcoming season is most likely going to be her last season on The View. She says she wants to move on to write books and be in more movies and stuff like that. So if this happens, The View might be going downhill without her. And that's about it on the RVBN Newswire. Be back in a minute. But first, coming to the RVBN video blogs in October 8th is my 2016-2017 NHL predictions and previews. See who's going to my predictions on who's going to win all the divisions and who's going to win the Stanley Cup and all the awards. RVBN, your home for NHL news throughout the season. That was a self-promotion for me. But if you want your business plugged or any event in between the Newswire and the video blog subject, private message me. On to the second and final video blog subject of the day, which is about the former Professional Football League, World Football League. World Football League only lasted 1.5 seasons in 1974, 1975, and this league was to compete against the NFL in the fall months. But like most professional leagues that are not the major ones, they've suffered through a lot of financial problems and folded teams and stuff like that. The WFL was formed by Gary Davison, who was the founder of the ABA and WHA, competing basketball and hockey leagues, and he wanted a form football league to challenge the NFL. And NFL haven't had a challenge for a football league since the 60s with the AFL, which that's going to be a future video blog. And he wanted to start up this league in 1975. The founding fathers were Robert Mutz, who was the owner of the New England Whalers of the WHA and also the one-time owner of the Boston Celtics. Howard Baldwin, who became the future owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ben Hatskin, who founded a World Football League team in Chicago, and Steve Arnold. And these groups of people wanted to start the World Football League in 1975. They wanted to get a year prepared so they could get the owners in the cities they wanted to be in, and all the personnel and all the stadium deals and radio deals and all this front office staff. But the WFL was rushed into service in 1974, a year ahead of schedule, because there was a threat of a players strike in both the NFL and CFL, and if both leagues went out on strike, there would be no professional football in North America to start the fall of 1974, and they wanted to capitalize on that. But the NFL and CFL got new deals for the collective bargaining agreement, but it was a little bit, too late for that to happen. And WFL had a 20-game regular season, which started in early summer, ending it in the middle of November. It culminated with a World Bowl, which was slated to be played the day after Thanksgiving. And they had a National Game of the Week, which was on TVS, a syndicated company that would go to independent stations. TVS was owned by Howard Hughes. There was no ESPN back then, and the major networks, ABC, NBC, and CBS, had contracts to the NFL. There was no way they were going to add another professional football league under any circumstances. And they had a lot of players jump from the WFL to the from the NFL to the WFL, including Larry Zonka, Paul Warfield, Calvin Hill, and so many others. And they had some rules that were major in the WFL, which included touchdowns were 7 points, and a 2-point conversion was a conversion play or action play, which they had to throw it at the 2.5-yard line, and kickoffs were 30 yards instead of 40 yards. Those were some of the major rules. And the WFL started with 12 teams all over the United States. They even had a team in Hawaii, and they wanted to expand to Europe and Asia if it was very successful. But the WFL, during their first season, had a lot of teams move from city to city in the middle of the season, or some of them folded because they failed to meet payroll. And attendance at these games for the WFL was very decent, 40 to 50,000. But many of the WFL ownerships gave about almost all the tickets for free. And if you give tickets away for free, you're not gonna make money. And a lot of the ownership were were getting loans to just meet payroll, which wasn't good at all. Some of the players on some of the WFL teams were not even getting paid. There was one team that was surviving on eating McDonald's food due to their food allowance. Not good to eat fast food if you're a football player. And the World Bowl, was won by the Birmingham franchise. They beat Florida by a score of 22-21. And the WFL owners wanted to fold the league up after one season, but they just said we'll win it for a second season, and they started the second season, and they tried to get some more big-time NFL players. There was rumors that one of the teams wanted to get Joe Namath, but he was all washed up, and he re-signed with the New York Jets. And it was rumors that Ken Stabler was going to jump to the WFL, but he stayed with the Oakland Raiders. L.C. Greenwood and a few others were going to try to make the jump to the WFL from the NFL, but when they heard the league had financial problems, they reneged on going to it. And the WFL limped around the second season. By week 13, the league was in millions and millions of dollars in debt, and the owners pulled the plug. Many of the owners of the WFL owed millions of dollars individually to the IRS, and that's not good at all. There were a few franchise that were on solid footing, one in Birmingham, one in Memphis, and one in Hawaii. Both the Memphis franchise and the Birmingham franchise applied to the NFL for a future expansion, but the NFL denied that request because they expanded to Seattle and Tampa Bay, and the NFL did not want to have 30 teams at that time. The WFL had no chance to succeed because of unstable ownership groups and awful television contract. They played games on Wednesday, Thursdays, and Friday nights to avoid the NFL. Being on a syndicated package was not good at all, because some stations probably showed it on tape late at night, and this was years before ESPN was around or any other sports networks, and the major networks, which was only CBS, ABC, and NBC, was not going to jeopardize a relationship with the most established NFL by picking up World Football League programming. And if the WFL started a year later, like they were supposed to in 1975, they might have had a chance, but they were rushed into service, and they suffered the consequences of folding in the middle of the second season. That's about it on the WFL. That's about it on these video blogs: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. Tomorrow, 3 more video blogs coming for you. First video blog will be about the return of the top 10 list of everything and anything. Tomorrow's top 10 list is about the top 10 greatest sports athletes in Houston sports history. Second video blog of the day will be about the Major League Baseball team, the Seattle Pilots, which only lasted 1 year. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about the former cable channel, the All News Channel, which lasted 13 years. Like I always say, keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Rosenblatt's at WCCO, accent has nice legs. Elizabeth Hutz, so stunning, she's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome Amy. And Bob Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. And Linda Church of WPIX is such a cool guy. Got the nicest legs in New York City. And in the words of Deep Patel, last week, no buzz. See you later. Tomorrow, There'll be an RBBN video blog. Bye.